Now back to the Golf Club at Eagle Point Studios for more Indiana Sports Beat Radio with Jim Coyle, presented by Andy Moore Honda of Bloomington and Southern Stone Restaurant.
Welcome back. Of course, Indiana Sports Beat coming to you, and a very, very special guest, Indiana's latest commit, Jakai Newton from Georgia, along with his mother, Bettina. We're hoping the father could join. Maybe he can get on a little bit later. And that's the one thing that I have to say about you guys. You all just seem like such a family, and everything I've seen is family, family, family.
Yeah, it is true. Yeah.
How does and that has to help to have that support in all that you do, because everything we know that when you get to the higher level, you've got to have support, and the best support of all is right at home in the family.
I mean, yeah, that's true. They always with me, the goods, the bad stuff, so they always there.
Big Papa joins us now. There's Brandon, Jakai's dad, jumping in. Hey, sir, how are you? Jim Coyle. Appreciate you joining us. Jim? Pretty good.
How you doing, Jim?
Good.
I'm all
how
right.
Are you, sir? Awesome.
I'm doing okay. I'm sorry if y'all I'm riding off somewhere.
That's all right. They got to send you off to work. Somebody's got to do it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So Jakai, you make your commitment, and you make it kind of early with 2 years yet to go. What prompted you to get that out of the way? Did you want to just have that done? You knew where you wanted to go, and the decision was done, and you wanted to focus on your next 2 years. What brought you to making that commitment this early?
I mean, I didn't plan on committing when I took the visit. Indiana was always at the top of my list, but I never planned on committing this early. But just seeing that, taking that visit, and seeing how everything was, it was like the icing on the cake.
What are some of the things that stuck out? What was the very first thing that just made you go, daggone?
Probably talking to Coach Woodson, just seeing how he was, because I didn't know what to expect, like from him or being an ex-NBA coach and all that stuff. So I really didn't know what to expect, but he's super cool. Like, he's just a super cool dude. And I feel like that's somebody I'd love to have as my coach in the future.
Well, he certainly seems to be a player's coach. Been around him and how that was. It just, he has that atmosphere around him, but he also has a very, very calm demeanor, and you can kind of tell he knows where he's going. I'm sure that was very attractive to you.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. You said it. Yeah, definitely.
And of course, being in the NBA, having coached there before, everyone's dream is to move on to the next level, and to have someone like Coach Woodson, who has been there and has played the game so long, that's got to be something you also took into account to making your decision, I would imagine.
Definitely. I mean, his experience, all I can do is learn from him. So the opportunities, a lot that can come from that.
And Brandon and Bettina, the parents, normally when kids, like I said, they wait till their senior year, but he wanted to get this out of the way. Were you guys comfortable with that? Did you have the same comfort level at IU when you came? Did it all hit you the same?
Well, naturally going in, at first we were thinking, we need to take our time. We need to go. He's going to get a lot more offers after this season. So there was that whole thing. But once we stepped in on IU's campus and got to meet the coaching staff and saw the town and saw all that IU had to offer, it's this thing that keeps popping up everywhere we go. It's when you know. And I don't believe that we're going to get anywhere else, get that same thing anywhere else. Every day that we go longer into this process, there's just little confirmations that this is and continues to be the right decision for Jakai.
And when you were talking about your kid, your child, that has to be very comforting.
Yeah.
As a parent.
Yeah, it is.
And I've seen there's been quite a few Georgia connections coming to Indiana here on the basketball side of things, and it probably is not going to stop. But playing down there in that Atlanta area, tough ball market, man, down there. There's some ballers down there in Atlanta. But AJ, oh my gosh, AJ Moye, one of my favorite pictures of all time. Back when he blocked Carlos Boozer, but he was from Atlanta as well. He does quite a bit of training, but there's a big connection between basketball now in Atlanta, the Atlanta area, and the Indiana program. Is that something that you would like to continue to help that pipeline going?
I mean, definitely. I think we should keep it going.
What do you do now once you've made your commitment? What's your focus go towards? What are you looking at? What are you doing? Or are you working on some of the things? I'm sure the coaching staff has say, hey, here's some of the things you need to work on. And then you've also got your high school season coming up. And speaking of that, you're on a high school team that's got like 6 guys with Division I offers, right?
5, 6, yeah.
I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's got to make for some very intense practices.
Oh, yeah. We just had our first practice today, so I'm a little tired. But, yeah.
Today was day 1. How was it?
It was great. Real competitive. We all work. We all compete.
And having that kind of 5, 6 guys with D1 offers, that's got to, the term is iron sharpens iron, which means, they just keep making you better. Do you get that? And I'm sure you're getting that in high school. A lot of guys don't get that kind of competition in high school amongst their own team. Yeah,
that's definitely the case for us. So most of the time, if we're doing drills or like we're doing 5-on-5, I'm always going against Steph. Stephon Castle, my teammate. So it helps me a lot.
And Brandon, as the dad, I know that you see all this going on. I know you've been comfortable with everything. How was the visit for you? What stuck out for you about the visit, the coaching staff, the school, whatever was it that comforted you as well?
Well, honestly, when I was sitting down with Woodson the first night, the first 10 or 15 minutes, just talking to Coach Woodson, I said my son was going to be a Hoosier. That's what I had said in my mind. I mean, I wasn't really sure, but I was like, wow, because I was thinking to myself, he seemed like a very genuine man. And before I even got to the basketball, I was like, what kind of human being is this guy? Is he a good person? Before we can even get to basketball, will my son be okay being 8 hours from the house? I'm not there. What type of guys he's going to be around, So after that, I was like, man, I didn't even think about Mike Woodson, the NBA coach. I just saw a genuinely good man. And from there, yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing because you have to. I have a daughter that's away to Ole Miss right now, and golly, it drives me nuts because it's about the same distance away, and I'm like, man, I can't get there in 10 minutes, man. Yeah. But
right.
I understand about having to have that comfort feeling, whether it doesn't matter, male or female, it doesn't matter. Still, the kid, you're like, man, because you've had him. Well, you'll still have him for another couple of years, but you have him for like 18 years, and then all of a sudden, poof, they're gone.
Right.
And,
right.
Yeah, and so I understand you want that comfort level, but obviously you guys have found that, and Jakai has found that. But what else besides the coaching staff, Jakai? Talk about the campus. What's some of the things that stood out to you in regards to that?
I mean, the campus was real nice. Like, I loved it. I loved how close. Everything felt kind of close, connected. And the fans, I love the fans a lot. The support and love they've been showing me has been crazy. So that meant a lot for me too. And seeing the court, like, I seen a lot of big yellow depots, like workouts and stuff like that, and just being on them courts and just envisioning like players that's played on there. That was a good thing for me to see.
Yeah, there's Assembly Hall is one of those places when you see a lot of not the Big Ten teams, but the non-conference teams when they come into play. You'll see guys that have their cameras out or whatever. They're taking video walking into Assembly Hall as a visiting team. It's one of those places. Wow. It's an iconic arena. Have you? And it's probably not something you thought of growing up because down in Georgia, but Assembly Hall is one of the iconic places in all of college basketball. And now that you are going to be playing there, those 5 banners that hang up there, Bob Knight coached there. It's one of those places that is in basketball lore. What does that mean to you that you're going to be able to be a part of that?
I mean, it means a lot. I can't wait to be there and just play on that court and play in that environment, like surrounded by those fans, and just show them all the work I've been putting in.
And what are some of the guys you got to hang out with from the team?
I didn't get to. I was real busy on the visit, so doing stuff. So I didn't really get to hang out one-on-one with a lot of the players. But I got to talk to a couple of them. I'm trying to think of their names off the top of my head. I know Xavier real cool. Caleb ain't there, but I've been talking to Caleb too. Trey's real cool. Trey. So there's some other guys on that too. I can't think of their names off the top of my head, but the whole team seemed cool.
And now, like I said, you've got 2 years. How hard is it now that you know where you're going that you've got to wait 2 more years to get there?
I mean, I think it's a good and bad thing. Like I'm ready to go there and play, but I still got a lot of work to do here and still got some goals for my high school. So.
And don't rush life. Like I said, man, it'll come fast enough. I promise you. You'll spend your life having people tell you that life goes by fast. And when you're young, you're like, yeah. Because I was like, yeah. Well, let me tell you, it's gone, man. You can't get it back. So
you're right.
That's why I say enjoy every minute. Soak it up. Your dad's telling you the same thing. I'm telling you. That's why all of us old people that tell you to enjoy it because it goes fast, believe you me, it goes fast, man. So enjoy every moment. Brandon, is my telling the truth or what?
You're telling the truth.
I promise you, man. And yeah, you get to look forward to all this. What you gotta talk about your team coming up this season? Like I said, we got quite a few guys on there. State championship has got to be a goal for you.
Oh, definitely. We got a good shot at it too. And we got our whole team can go. It ain't just me. It ain't just Steph. It ain't just Quay, MJ. We got AP, Daniel, Mio, Tate, Ryan, Bez. Our whole team, like everybody, we can all go. So,
is this like a regular school? Is it an academy?
It's public school.
It's just a regular old public school with 6 guys that got Division I offers on it.
Yeah.
Man. I don't want to. I wouldn't. If I was coaching, I would not want to play them. There's no way. There cannot be that many high schools that have 5, 6 guys with D1 offers.
Yeah, it's crazy. So
well,
a lot of expectations.
Well, this is definitely a basketball area, as you know, when you're coming up to Indiana, and it is the resurgence. The Hoosier hysteria recently had. It was pretty cool. Isaiah Thomas was back for that. Some of the greats, and were you there for Hoosier hysteria? Did you get to make it over there?
We wanted to come.
Man, but that's the thing. Those guys will be coming over, and talk about Mike Woodson and his professional relationships. I'm sure there's going to be the NBA guys that get to talk to occasionally and things like that. But just talking to those guys has to be helpful in your game as well. What are some of the types of conversations you're able to have that help you without even being on the court?
It was breaking up a little bit. Can you repeat that?
Like when you're talking to either Coach Woodson or any of the Coach Yao or any of those guys, I'm sure they're giving you advice in here and there, but what's the most important part of the conversations they give you that are not about on the court, that are helping you off the court?
I mean, really, that was a big thing that was talked about when I was up there. It wasn't even a lot about just basketball. It was more about life, like just working hard, just keep grinding, how to make money, how to manage money, stuff like that, stuff that I really need. So.
Yeah, and well, you speak of that. You have the NIL, which will be in place when you get here, which has changed college athletics in the blink of an eye. So that stuff, but that's 2 years away from messing with. But that'll be here for you to deal with it all. But and you mentioned the fans earlier. You're definitely coming to an area that has quite a few fans. Assembly Hall holds over 17,000. It'll be full. You've seen it, how it goes up. It's one of the loudest places. If you noticed how it was set up in that balcony, it was designed like a theater, and you have 2 theaters facing each other. So all that noise rains down onto the court. I remember a couple of years ago when Duke played here. Who was Grayson? What's his name? Grayson. What's his name? That tripped everybody.
Grayson.
Anyway, yes. After the game, he was asked about the noise, and he said, well, when you're 5 feet away from somebody and you still have to use hand signals, he goes, I've not been in an environment like that before. So, and it can get very, very loud. And it's a place that has been dominant by Indiana for so long, but they want to get back to that place of dominance. They haven't been there. And there's a lot of guys now that want to be a part of getting that back because it's a rich history, and it just needs somebody to come along and sprinkle some water in the garden. And guys like you are the water in the garden. How does that are you thinking about that, of being a part of bringing back something and being a part of something that was gigantic and is right there waiting to become big again?
Definitely, that's the goal. I mean, that's the mission. So at the end of the day, like, just to get it back on top.
But talk about your game. I know they call you a combo guard. Do you prefer to play the one or the two? What do you like to do?
I prefer to play the two, but if I need to play the one, I can play the one. I definitely want to work more on like playmaking and stuff and being more of a one. But if I need to, I can do it.
You seem to enjoy getting to the rim whenever you have a chance.
Yeah, definitely.
Watch the highlights. What is your, as far when you're out there, what are you looking at? What are you trying to do as far as being a part of the rotation? What is your goal when you're on the floor?
You talking about that like in high school, or if I'm going to Indiana?
Right now. Yeah, we'll stick right now.
Right now, just bringing energy, like being aggressive, attacking, getting to my spots, making my jump shot, playing defense, rebounding, pretty much just trying to do everything I can do to win.
And Bettina, how you guys are, I know, excited for him that he's made the decision. You all seem very, very happy. What is next? Do you guys get to, now you get him for 2 more years before you get to send him away. So how are you looking forward to this next 2 years with him playing his high school career out?
What are our basketball goals for him? Like, how are we looking forward to that, or just in general?
Oh, absolutely. Both.
In general, I'm just looking forward to making as many memories with him as possible, because he's about to go off on this adventure, and he won't just be right upstairs or, right at our fingertips anymore. So that's what I'm looking for in general. So I catch myself sometimes just looking at him like, that's just my little baby. He's all grown up. But just in basketball, I am so excited to see him do the things that he is ready to do, in terms of he's making a list for himself so that he prepares himself to be playing at that next level. And so I'm excited to see him do that, accomplish those goals so that he's ready for you guys and so that he can make you proud.
And Brandon, I know, being a male, that males have this other, man, they're so I know that Bettina's just as happy as you are, but for a man, there just seems to be this other kind of happiness when they are able to achieve this stuff. And I'm saying it because I understand. But how excited are you to see Jakai get this opportunity to go play at a place like Indiana, just one of the pinnacles in college basketball?
I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited. When I was a kid, actually when I was about his age, I was like obsessed with college basketball. So like I watched every game, every night. I mean, I don't care. I would have missed a funeral and a wedding for March Madness. Like, I'm not going if March Madness is on. So for you to tell me that my son is going to be a part of that group, it's just mind-boggling. It's amazing. But he's not going to be a regular player. He's just not going to be out there to be out there. I know. I have to say, it's been some narratives about what type of style he is and what he's going to do when he gets there. But I think he's going to put on a show. He's going to put on a show.
Hey, you got to have confidence. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody will, right?
That's right.
Exactly. And there's no narratives being put on here, I promise you. It's all blank slate, baby. Everything's a blank slate. And I guarantee you Mike Woodson sees a blank slate. He does. I've had the opportunity to be around him a little bit, but I get the same exact feeling that you guys do. He is just calm, genuine, matter of fact, tells you the truth, does not go to blow smoke, no coach speak. That's the best. That's actually been the best for us in the media, getting to work with him, because he worked in the NBA. It has been so much better. And I think that is really going to translate down to the players as well, because he knows what it takes, and he knows these aren't pro players yet, but he knows how to get them there, but he also knows what not to do. And I think Indiana was very, very fortunate to end up with Mike Woodson as their coach, and looking forward to see what he could do with guys like Jakai and the rest of that. So, Jakai, how much time will you come up very often? Will you try to come up for any games? I know you'll be busy with your own season.
Yeah, I got to see what our schedule is compared to theirs, but I definitely want to see some games, at least one this year. So,
and the parents, will you guys come to Bloomington anymore before he gets up here?
We're hoping to. We had tried to get some high school games, a list of some high schools because we wanted to check out some high school games. People were telling us how fantastic the high school games are, so we were hoping to see what we can catch on that end too.
Oh, you don't want to come up in March because there'll be 8,000 people in a gym watching a high school game here.
Yeah,
that's what we heard.
That's no joke. Well, that's no joke. That's that is no joke. I can promise. Seymour holds about 8,000, and that gym is full 3 weeks straight. 3 weekends in a row, that gym will be full. But tons of high school basketball. Yeah, they like it up here. I promise you.
We heard Bloomington North and South.
Big rivalry. Big rivalry there. Yeah, and both have produced players that have gone on to play at IU. Jordan Halls, Jared Jeffries from North. North has produced quite a few, as a matter of fact. But yeah, and actually Terry Stotts, who is a coach in the NBA, was also from Bloomington North High School. It's crazy, the connections. But yeah, I'm so happy. You talked about the town. What about Bloomington did you like? It's a pretty cool college town.
Yeah,
I liked it. It seemed like it was kind of chill. Like it wasn't like too much going on. Somewhere I could focus. Everything was close together. So I definitely liked it a lot.
It had the same kind of vibe as Covington has, where we're from, and but I just enjoyed the people. The people were fantastic, and I liked the way it looked, and that's what I enjoyed.
And as far as what you get up here, what are you looking to study? Have you thought that far ahead? I know you got 2 years. I guarantee I didn't know. I had no clue when I was a junior. I'm like, what? College? Man, I ain't college. But you're smarter than I am. I can already tell. So you probably thought about it.
I want to look into business and marketing.
Good place to go.
Yeah.
Good place to go. Parents, what's the best advice that you've heard him be given by someone from the coaching staff or from through this recruiting process?
The best advice that he was given?
I'm just making up questions.
It was a lot.
Well, what about your game? Did they look at any film of you that, hey, is there something you could work on, or what are you looking to improve about your own game that you know that you'd like to work on?
Yeah, they took me into like a little room and they started playing my film and comparing it to what they do. And they said, they would show me how I fit into the system. And it's basically what I do now. They just told me to keep working on everything I do now, just keep doing it, and just keep improving on it. And
how much it's got to give you a ton of confidence going into your own season, but knowing that you're going to go play at Indiana, that's waiting on you. That's just got to be a great, great feeling.
Definitely. I definitely feel the love. So and knowing that that's where I'm gonna be playing, and it's a great feeling.
What was the response when you let the coaches know that you wanted to commit?
I didn't tell all of them at first. I told Coach Ya. Me and Coach Ya been kind of cool for a little minute, so I wanted him to be the first one to know, and he kept it quiet for me until the next morning. And he told Coach Woody, he said he was super excited. He called his wife and all that. And then we got on the Zoom. We got on the Zoom later that day, and I told everybody. So.
Oh, awesome, man! I can't thank you guys enough for taking time to sit down with us, and look forward to doing this again. As we'll be checking in. We'll check in on the season throughout this year, and we'll get you on and see how that's going. But both Brandon and Bettina, I can't thank you guys enough as well. And thank you for sharing us for this time. And look forward to seeing you guys when you get up here as well.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, Jim.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate you. Appreciate you guys so much. Jakai Newton joining us, and Bettina and Brandon as well here on Indiana Sports Beat. We got lots more coming up, and we're back with it right after this.
We'll be right back to the Golf Club at Eagle Point Studios for more Indiana Sports Beat Radio with Jim Coyle, presented by Andy Moore Honda of Bloomington and Southern Stone.